Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, before I start, if you like the content of my channel and you'd like to see more and more cool watches like this I have in front of me, please like and subscribe as it really helps. Now, today is the first time I've got to feature Montblanc on the channel. Now, they've been making some really cool watches, and I think kind of under the radar, really. I remember once seeing a Montblanc Time Walker. This was like 15 years ago, and I thought, what a cool watch. And unfortunately, I never got to buy one. But today we're lucky enough to have a Montblanc. This is the part of the 1858 range. This one is actually the Monopusher Chrono, and I think it's rather cool. But before I get too far into this review, you guessed it, I've got to thank you, Ryan, and a team over at Francis Gaye of Coventry for allowing me to review this watch. They've got so many interesting watches, it really is worth popping into the store and having a look. If you can't make it to the store, feel free to give one of them, Ryan or one of the members of Team Bear a call, and I dare say we'll be able to sort you out a deal and get the watch straight out to you. So, a Montblanc watch. Check this beastie out. This is rather unusual and nice. Let's talk about the sizes before we zoom in. We're talking a 42mm case. It's just a fraction under 15mm, around about 14.8, 14.7mm, somewhere around about there. And the lug to lug is 52mm. The bracelet size is 22mm. Now let's have a zoom in there a bit. Now check this out, it looks really classy. This harps back to their vintage models back in the day, and this is kind of like a reinterpretation of that, and it is rather interesting. The dial has got that kind of aged look about it, with the kind of minute track here, with that slight off-white kind of look to it. The numerals there. There is lume on this watch. It's not a massive amount, but there is some lume. I'll drop that in now. And of course we have cathedral style hands and this nice pointer up here. Now, you might be looking and think, it's obviously a chrono, but where's the pushers? And what this watch, its kind of party piece, is here. Now, not only is this the crown for both winding the watch, as you can hear there, and setting the watch, but it's got a pusher here, and if I press that, it starts the chrono. So this is what's meant by a mono pusher. So I can stop the watch and reset the watch, all with that one button. And it kind of cleans up the sides somewhat. It's actually really quite funky and intuitive to use, and I just really like it there. It's got a nice feel to the actual press as well. It's a little bit of a long throw. This is a cam style chrono, but it is rather cool and I like it. Now, as you can see, we have over here on this side, we have the constant running seconds for the standard minute time. And over here is the minute counter for this chrono. Now, as you can see, it runs to 30, so that means you have a 30-minute chrono on this watch. You also have here a tachymeter going around the outside, so you're pretty covered there really. Now, as you can see, we have this absolutely stunning domed crystal on there, and I think it looks the absolute biz. I really do like that. It's very proud and prominent, this one. Now, as you can see, with this second hand coming round now to the 60, you'll get to see this jump across. Ready? And that jumps across there. There is AR coating on this watch. I say it is a sapphire crystal, and it really has got one heck of a box crystal on there. That really is very prominent. Now, as we come round, the case itself, we have this, the bezel and case has got this very fine brushwork going on, and a really kind of well-defined polished bevel, which actually disappears and then comes back around for the bezel. I think they've done a nice sharp job of that. And as we come round here, we have the Montblanc sign emblem on the end of a pusher. And I say, the crown isn't screwed down, but you do have 100 meters of water resistancy to this watch. Now, the back of the watch, to be fair, I haven't peeled the sticker off because this isn't actually my watch on here. So this is the shop's, but I'll drop a picture of the back of the watch. It's underneath there is what Montblanc call the MB25-12. And in essence, that is based on the Sleater SW510. Now, some people are not so keen on the Sleater movements, but Montblanc, I believe, do their 500 hours of testing. So they do a whole host of things to this moment to make sure it is bomb proof. So you can rest assured this is a solid movement. Now, the movement itself, the power reserve, now Montblanc state 48 hours, but on the Sleater website it actually says 63, so I'm not 100% sure on this one. It does have 27 joules, I say 100 meters water resistant, and I think it looks quite handsome. The bracelet itself is a beads of rice bracelet, fitting with the kind of vintage theme of this watch, and you do have the butterfly style escape. Clasp, not escape. There we go. And it folds over quite nicely there. Now, the only sort of like, if I had to be a little bit criticised, I think the lugs, I know they've kept in with the vintage feel, but because this is quite a thick, chunky watch, I almost feel the bracelet could have been a fraction thicker. But I would like to see this watch on a nice leather strap. I think that screams out for this. It really does. Let me put it on my wrist and you can actually see how it looks. Let's zoom out now. Now, just before we do the wrist shot, Bob is wearing his Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot, which I really like that watch. And I'm wearing my Zin 144 Anniversary Type 2. Now, my wrist size is 7 1/4 or a fraction over at the minute. Now, if I put this on, let's just get that out of the way. And there we go. So that's it on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. So it's okay. It is on the larger size, this watch, but it does look, I think it's just something unusual. To get a mono pusher is kind of just makes it that little bit more special than a lot of chronos like my Zin with its 2 pushers there. Everything is controlled off that 1 pusher, and I think it kind of makes it quite interesting. Anyway, let me know what you think of the watch in the comments below, and I'll try and get back to you. So all the best, guys, and most importantly, stay safe out there. Take care. Bye.